Time to do another video. It's been a while, so why not? I've been gathering up a few bits. The Husky has had a new wheel bearings in the back last week, and it's waiting for an oil seal now. I was going to go out riding at weekend, but just had a little oil leak from the gear selector, and it was only a tiny little drip, but didn't fancy thrashing that around the forest for 3 or 4 hours when you've only got 800ml of oil in the gearbox to play with. It's not worth risking it. But anyway, forget that bike. That's don't need to do it with that. That's all good to go pretty much. So this big KTM that's sat around gathering dust recently. I mean, I don't know when I'm going to get time to ride this at the minute, but I'll find time. So I've been picking up some bits for that because I want to get it into like adventure bike mode, like proper adventure bike. So a road bike basically that will go. You'll ride out into the country and find some dirt roads and maybe even do some little single tracks on it because it is capable of that. I know that from when I first got it and started doing single tracks. But now I've got the Husky to do the single tracks. Then that can be more road riding with dirt roads, countryside riding, much further afield sort of thing. So the front tyre, obviously the Supermotos are good, but no good for dirt roads, or not very good for dirt roads. The front tyre that was on it, look at that, completely goosed. So doing a lot of research, as you do when you're looking for a new tyre, and apparently these are a very good adventure bike tyre. So the Motos, or Motos, or Moto Z, I think the Americans call it. But yeah, it's a Australian brand, motos.com.au, and Motos as in Australia. So it's an Australian brand, which usually means things are very well made when they're Australian, very, very durable. And what better place to buy a fucking adventure bike tyre from than an Australian fucking tyre manufacturer? I mean, the name of it sounds like a incredibly cheap Chinese copy of some sorts, because it is the Motos. Oh, you can't see it on there, but it's a Motos Tractionator, Rolls or Ralzy. Anyway, looks good. It's a road legal knobbly, road legal dirt tyre. That'll do really good mileage and yeah, perform really well off road. I think they say it's like a 80% off road tyre, 20% on road. Apparently, if you go easy on your front brake on the tarmac, you'll get like anywhere from 6 to 10,000 k's out of that tyre. I'll leave the back one for now. Or I might do, I don't know. It's kind of, might as well just like abuse that one. Still a bit of life left in it. I don't know how old it is, but I might as well just keep abusing that one for now. But I don't know. When I replace that, I'll get the Motos rear, the Tractionator rear for that. But you don't know, I might get paid next week and feel a bit flush and buy the rear. I don't know, we'll see. But yeah, that's the plan. I'm gonna put the big tank on. Excuse me. I'm gonna put the big tank on. As much as I don't really like it, it's not the prettiest of things, but around here, yeah, fuel stations can be quite few and far between. So 12 litres in that little tank isn't going to get me real far out into the bush if I want to start exploring some dirt roads and yeah, going quite far. So big tank's going to go on. Off-road wheels are going to go on, which are going to have road legal knobblies on them. I've still got engine oil to change. I'm going to try and get that done at some point, but the engine needs to be warm, so I don't really want to fire it up on an evening, disturb all the peace. Wait for the weekend, make some noise, warm it up, change the oil. And then I might, never know, I might get a chance to do that this weekend. Hopefully go out riding on the Husky on Saturday morning, and then maybe Saturday afternoon or Sunday, maybe do some of this work on the KTM. Anyway, I'm babbling. What other bits have I got? That's the oil and filters to do. Got a front brake master cylinder kit, because the front brake works fine, but probably remember in some of the earlier videos saying like I was going to bleed it because it just doesn't quite feel right. Kind of feels alright. It feels a little bit like it travels a bit too far. It works really well when you pull it, but if you, I don't know if you'll see it on this, if you really slowly, like if you're coming up to a set of traffic lights, you sort of slowly pulling it in, there we go, it just keeps going and going and going and going and going, and then you've got virtually no brake. But pull it once fast, it's fine. Pull it in slowly, it goes all the way to the grip. So I'm pretty sure that's going to be the seals in the master cylinder itself. So I've got them to do. And also proper adventure bike stuff here. We have got a windscreen. So obviously riding that thing on the road, you get battered about quite a lot. It's not really comfortable because of the wind, and if you've got an adventure bike, you've got to have a windscreen. So that is going to go up somewhere on the front there, and then that will give you pretty decent sort this out. It should give you a pretty decent windscreen and wind deflection, so it should be a lot more comfortable if I get that in the right spot. Hopefully get it in the right spot first time, and it'll be nice, useful wind deflector. So yeah, I'm gonna get it rigged up as a proper adventure bike. Big tank, I don't know how big that tank is, but it's big. It's got to be 24 litres, I think. It's huge. The original one's 12, it's got to be at least twice that, but it might even be a bit more. So yeah, wheels, we'll get that front tyre swapped, get those wheels back on, get the windscreen on, get the big tank on, get the oil changed, change the clutch fluid because that's never been done. I've got some more of these teeny indicators, teeny little indicators, size of them, like mental. Anyway, more of those come in for the back because those back ones are huge and they're just begging to get smashed off, so might as well change them for the tiny little ones. And then at some point I'm still planning on getting around to shortening that absolutely monstrous silencer. Got this bit of damage here anyway, so get rid of that, chop it back behind the KTM badge, turn it into a stubby can because it's huge, really heavy, and it's not quiet. Sounds alright, but it'll sound a lot nicer with that chopped down a bit. So I'll maybe get some fresh exhaust wadding for that. Whilst it's out, might as well put some fresh stuff in it. So yeah, that's my plan, but probably nothing exciting to see tonight. I'm just going to have a sort of tinker about with a few of those bits. See how the screen sort of is going to measure up when I get the brackets on it, and I don't know, I might change clutch fluid. See how we get on. I'll wait till I get some silicone spray to do the tyre, and then yeah, yeah, we'll maybe make another video at weekend. Do that. Yeah. Cool. Alright, let's have a tinker with some bits. I'll see you for the next one.